Hello and welcome to this episode. It is sure to be educative, entertaining and exciting. And if you watch through to the end, I have a special gift for you. So please stick around. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel or this is your first time, please do subscribe, for this is how you support the channel, helping us to keep giving you great educative, creative and entertaining content. And for today, these are what you will learn. I am sure you are excited already, so let's get it started. If you have ever wondered how to create something like this, stick around and I will show you. There are three things that you just need to have. Or rather two things. You need a circle and an image of the world. So I'll go to my downloads, I'll grab the image of the world. So you need an image of the world like this. You can get a plain image that don't have all these stars inside of it, or if you don't have that and you have something like this, what you can do is you can just go into Moho Studio here, double click on the image, you go to general and you go to where it says colorized layer. You tick this check, you check the box right here, you double click it and you make sure you make it not transparent because that's not what you are going for, and you click OK, and you can go ahead and change the color to whichever color you want, but for now I'll be leaving it with this blue color here. I'll hit OK and I'll hit OK. So when we render this out, this is what we'll have and this is what you would see. So every other thing is out of the picture. So I will duplicate this layer, and this for the second one I'll double click and I'll go into the colorized layer. I will choose a much more darker blue just to so that we'll have a difference between both colors. All right, then I'll hit OK here and I'll hit OK here, and that is all you really need. And the next thing you need to do is you go down to the layer, or you add a new layer here if you want. This is how you add a layer in case this is your first time using Moho Studio. You go to your layer here and you call it world circle and you hit OK. And the next thing for you to do is you go to the first layer. The first one, which is the darker one, should be below the lighter one because that is the one you want in front. So you just drag it down as I have dragged it down here. And the next thing for you to do is to go into your vector layer here. You click on your shape tools, you pick circle, all right, then you hold down shift and you draw a proper circle like this. All right, then you come to your covered line width tool here, you remove all the line width, you drag it to 0, and this is what you have. All right, so the next thing for you to do is you make sure that both layers are properly aligned like this. So you could see them. I have highlighted both layers, so not one is not out of place, like having something like this. No, that is not what we want. We want them to be the same. All right, Ctrl Z. So we'll highlight them and we'll drag them onto this place like this. So I want it to be like this. So the one at the bottom, I will drag it this way. All right, so you just make sure half of it is still within the circle. All right, so if we render this out real quickly, this is what it looks like. So you can see the darker one is behind and the lighter one is at the front of everything. So what we'll do is we'll highlight all these layers here and we'll come to the new layer and we'll hit group with selection right here. And once everything is in one layer, we can now call the layer world, LD. I spelled that wrong. All right, so I have spelled it correctly right now. So the next thing we'll do is we'll double click on that layer and we'll go to masking and we'll hit hide all and hit apply and hit OK, and this is what we have. And basically this is what you want. And the next thing for us to do here is we'll go into the layer like this and we will click on the, we'll start with the bottom layer, which is on this side. You could see, let me reduce this, you could see our box here on this side, and you could see our top layer is on this side. If you don't understand it properly, you could remove the masking. You can hit no masking and hit apply so that you could see the animation properly that you want to create. So from frame 1, we could come into on the world layer itself, on the main folder. You could go to animation and add keyframe and hit yes right here. Then you move to like frame 48 or frame 96, whichever one you want, but for this animation let's just leave it at frame 48. So the top layer, I will drag it to the right hand side, and the bottom layer I'll drag it to the left hand side. Alright, at frame 48 I will drag the top layer this way. Make sure it doesn't come out of the circle. We want it to be, within the circle. And the bottom layer, I will drag it this way at frame 48 like this. Then I'll go back to my world folder, then I'll hit maxing and I'll hit hide all and click apply, and this is what we have. So when we play this from beginning, you see everything going in circle, and we rendered it out. And this is how you make your world go around. And you can go ahead and change the color of this circle itself to whichever color that fits the animation you're trying to create. All right, one other thing that you can do to make this look really good is that this world cycle layer you have here, you can reduce the opacity a little bit to make it much more transparent, just a little bit, and you click OK. Why do you do that? Is because you want the layer at the back to have a little bit of difference with the layer at the front, that is the images, so it looks much more 3D like and have that feel. All right, so you can see how it is, and it feels much like the world is going around or something. And you can go ahead and play around with this as much as you want. Okay, and this is how it's created. All right, so you can see everything is moving as if it's moving in a circle. All right, and if you have any questions about this, let me know in the comments below and I will get back to you as always. If you have watched up until this point, I want to say congratulations, and I hope the video has been educative, entertaining and enlightening. Do drop a comment below if you have any questions, special requests or contributions. And as promised, here is your gift. Do check out the link in the description below to get it. Most importantly, subscribe and support the channel, and make sure you watch the next video to learn something new, and I will see you there.